Hey guys, this is Tyler with Untitled Chapter. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate any likes, comments, um, subscribes. Oh my gosh, forgot what that one was. I really appreciate those. Makes my day. I really appreciate the comments and the likes. Those always make my day. So, I don't know who that card was for, but Seven of Swords. I don't know. Maybe it's for someone feeling like you're robbed. I don't know. Okay. So anyway, today, this weekend, this whole week, I've been a little drained, but I still wanted to put out some sort of video. So I'm going to shorten it up in this video, and by that I mean, so I'm going to do Earth signs in one reading. So if you're a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo, you're going to fall under the Earth sign. If you're an air sign, I almost said wind, and I'm like, well, they call them air signs, not wind signs. Come on. If you're Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, I'm going to just put all under air. Fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So I'm going to do that in this reading just because, like I said, I haven't been feeling the best this week, but I still wanted to put something out. So I just don't have a lot of energy. So I'm gonna do an elemental reading, I guess, but hopefully it still applies to you guys, because I mean, there's similarities in the elements anyway. They're all a little different, but anyway. So I feel like there was something else I was gonna say. No, I think I'm done. Okay, so without any further ado, I feel like I was rambling a little bit. We're gonna get into Earth signs first. So Earth signs. Already got a card. What is the center of your reading? Earth signs. So what's going on with Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo? Kind of like a feeling of depression. I'm not sure what this is. It's like kind of sad, not uncertainty is what it is. It's kind of like depression, but it's also like feeling stuck and not sure what the next step is. Let's see what the Hermit card. So of course Virgo is included in this, but when you're in this energy and you could be like this, there's a certain at least for me, you could be so anxious that you just want to make a move, just to make a move, because you're not sure what to do, just to get out of this, anxiety, just to do something and see what happens. Because, well, let me drop that down a little bit so you can see the cards, just so you can have something, because you want to be able to see, you want that light to shine, right? I think what needs to come through for you guys is that if you're feeling that way, if there's a situation, however this applies, that you are feeling uncertain about, you need to take time and, like a Virgo, analyze it. Virgo is actually very airy for an earth sign. They're very analytical. Analyze it. What's working? What isn't? Are the things that are working, are they working well? The things that aren't working, are they fixable? Are they something that, is it something that's broken and needs to be replaced, basically? Can you fix it? Or is this something that's damaging you to be in this situation? Or, I don't know what else I was going to say on that, to be honest, but it's like, is it damaging you to be in this situation, or is it just something that needs repair? Like, I'm not saying put a Band-Aid over it, but like, If it's just a talk that needs to be had, if it's just a boundary that needs to be set, then set the boundary. If it's it may not be as simple as that, but it may be. I don't know your situation. But that's why I'm saying analyze it. Take time, try to put the anxiety aside. And, honestly, analyzing it like this will probably help put the anxiety aside. What's working? What isn't working? Is this worth the effort? Does it make you happy? That's the main question. Does it make you happy? Are you happy in this scenario, whatever it is? Whoop. Okay, I don't know. Try not to look at that card because that wants to pop out. Okay. So what's your next card? The current, I don't know, how do I want to put this? Jasmine. Try to get a cat a scratching post and she still just, I got 3 that she won't use. And she just wants to scratch things that she's not supposed to scratch. So, hey, I know, I don't know, some of y'all earth signs might have some cats. You got any cats like that? What scratching posts you got for them? You got one that they love? Shout out in the comments. Anyway, back to your reading. So, with this, it's kind of like, feeling like, sorry, I'm distracted by my cat. Let me pause for a second and get undistracted. Okay, sorry, I looked at myself again. She messed with me. Messed with my train of thought. So with this, there's like a sadness, but it's almost like there's something that breaks your heart, but like, okay, the best way I know how to describe this is like, if it wasn't for this thing, you'd be happy. Because this small detail, whatever it is, really hurts you. Or really upsets you. I don't know what that is, but I think that's part of why you need to analyze. So is this a conversation that needs to be had? Is this, sometimes people take out their fears. Is it just a fear of yours? Is it a insecurity of yours? Now, I'm not saying that it can't be the other person's doing. I'm not saying, or the situation you're in, because I don't know if this is love. I don't know if this is work. I don't know what this is. But is this your insecurity making you lash out? Or is this something that the other person is actually doing, is actually showing you? Is this a pattern? Is this something that they've actually done to you? Even if the person's done it in the past, have they done it to you? You know what I mean? With the Queen of Cups, this is starting to make me think this is more relationship bound, because it's like you're watching them very carefully before you offer the cup. Like, you want to offer the cup. You want it so bad. Like, you have these really strong emotions for them, but you're holding back that cup. Which makes me think that sometimes when you do that, yes, you're protecting yourself, but you're also harming yourself. It's a double-edged sword here. Like, you think you're protecting, I might use that wrong, I don't know, because really you think you're protecting yourself by like holding back the affection and all that, but then you end up being like, well, why weren't they interested? Why didn't they care? Well, you weren't showing that you did. So they were like, maybe I should move on. I don't know. Maybe I should keep going, because if you're over here like, oh, I don't care about you, someone could be like, they literally just said they don't care about me. So, all right, moving on. And then you over here like, the fuck, I didn't mean that. Well, some people don't play games. You know, some people don't play games. Some people take you at your word. And some people play games. Some people test the water. Some people see what the reaction would be. And sometimes that playing's going too far. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to lecture you. Like, this is just, for some reason, this is what's coming out. This is what's popping out of my head. This is what's being like, blah, 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 blah. Half the time, I just say stuff and I don't even remember what I said. It's my teachers that, you know, taught me how to do tarot like to call it word vomit. Like, it just, blah, like, you get the messages and then you just, blah, and you kind of forget about it. So, but, let's see, what's this one? This one's very warm and it's very loving. So I'm kind of wondering if this is like, you may be portraying yourself as cold, but this is how you feel. It's funny that I said warm and loving, because this card just, it's very affectionate to me. Like, this thing is the center of the world right now. It's the center of their universe. They're just wrapped around it. And they're not trying, they're like, it's not like they're death gripping it. They're just, they want to snuggle up to it. You know what I mean? It's like they just want to be with it. They're not trying to. And as I was talking through that, I kind of think this is you. This is them. Because maybe you're worried. You're obviously worried. Okay. Let me take that back from what I was saying. You're worried about giving the cup to the wrong person. And with this card popping up, the worry could be someone who's going to grip too tight, try to control you, put you on a leash, yada, yada, yada. When all they really want is to be with you. From how this is. There's just a lot of affection here. They just want to be with you. Sometimes when you play too many games, you're expecting to get played, because you're in the mindset of playing the game, so you're wondering, well, they're saying that, so they must not mean it, because they're playing me. You know, I don't know how to say that. I don't think I'm saying it right, but hopefully you're getting my point here. Because you're in the mindset of being on this strategic game. When someone is direct and just say it, you think they're playing an angle instead of just being direct. You think, oh, okay, they just said the finisher, so, well, maybe not the finisher, but you know, they just said like the big move here, so what's their ulterior motive? Because, you know, that's not supposed to, they're not playing your game. They're not playing your game. And hell, they might not even know that you're the only one who knows your rules. You know what I mean? Okay, so I felt like that speech had something to do with that card, but I was like, that's why you always end up feeling defeated. See how that dragon's just pouting and just like, I don't even want to do this anymore. Like, that's why. Because it's like you start this game and you have your things all lined up, and you're like, I'm gonna win this game, this flirting game, this dating game. But the other person doesn't know we're playing a game here, or you're playing a game, that you guys are playing a game. Know what I mean? So when they make moves that you wouldn't consider strategic, that's why you wonder why there's alternative motives, because you're wondering what their strategy is. Excuse me, I'm gonna get a drink real quick. One more card for the right side. They got the King of Swords. You're fighting it, but King of Swords is someone who's honest, who speaks clearly, truthfully, factually. And I'm just saying, they're honestly happy. They are. Like, if they wanted to cause a storm, they would cause a storm. Like, and you would know it would be a storm. You know what I mean? Because there's also that tornado in the front. If that was their intention, you would know it's their intention. Like, they're the type of person that makes their intention clear. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go on to the air signs. So, air signs. That would be Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Thank you guys for being here. I just had a thought, and, I think I'll put it in the description, but thought it'd be good to say, if this doesn't end up resonating for you, if you know your sun, moon, rising, and maybe Venus or Mars, sometimes Mars comes out, might be good to check out those to see what lines up better. I need to start saying that in the beginning of the video, but yeah, so anyway, let's go on to the air signs. I don't really want to see your main card, so if it pops back out, it pops back out, but air signs. This card. So, what is the main thing going on with my air signs? I don't know why, but I feel like I'm hearing betrayal. I don't know what this card is. Hopefully it links that, but just like betrayal. Like, and I've heard like people do that funnily. I don't know if I said that right, but whatever. Like jokingly, like, such betrayal, but so I don't know if you're laughing, having fun right now, or if there's actual betrayal, but that is what I heard. So, okay, I'm starting to, with it being the Ten of Swords here, I'm leaning towards actual betrayal. And it's worn you out. But with that Ten of Swords, it's like, okay, the betrayal happened. You can't take it back. You can't change it. It happened. You got to move on. Don't hold the grudge. And I'm not saying let them back into your life, let them screw you over again. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is forgiveness is more beneficial for you than for them. You don't even have to let them know you forgave them. But forgiving them releases that burden of the grudge for you. Because when you hold a grudge, you hold on to resentment and anger, and it ends up just wearing you down mentally, and it's not good to hold on to grudges like that. It just really isn't. Just let it go. Don't trust them again. Don't forget, but just let it go. You know what I mean? Okay, so what's going on? I know I saw a card flip over, so what card flipped over for my air signs? I'm pretty sure I saw a card flip over. That's the problem when you want to do it this way with jumpers. You know what? I don't see it, so whatever. Sorry. Normally I don't like to take it whenever it's more than one, but I'm feeling like all three. This one first. So. Okay, I think this one's about the letting go, because I literally felt like a burden, and then it just went, and kind of went, okay. So maybe do some meditation and just focus on releasing. Another thing, if you haven't heard of it, is, well, hell, I can't even remember what it is. But basically what it is death arrow. You write out the name. You write out what you want to say but can't say for whatever reasons, or you don't want to say because it's too aggressive or too mean. You don't want to be that person, but you just want to get it off your chest. You like when you want to shake someone, but you can't because, you'd feel bad after doing it no matter how good it felt in the moment. Sometimes you just want to destroy someone with words, but you'd feel bad later. Or if you wouldn't feel bad later, maybe there would be some sort of consequence. And that's what's stopping you. Basically, just write it out and then burn it. Of course, burn it in some sort of safe way. But anyway, it's a very releasing thing. Like, I personally don't feel it too much whenever you're writing it out, but whenever you actually burn it, it's just like, oh my gosh, okay. That was nice. Like, okay, so, Ace of Coins. I feel like that's saying you have so much room to grow. You have so much going for you. You have plenty of options. You could go anywhere. Why stick in that dark cave of gloominess? You know what I mean? So let it go. Yes, this card. This card's next. Letting go of the resentment brings in someone else. And I feel like there was a message of loving yourself in there, and I'm like, it kind of felt like I didn't need to say that though, because you probably already do. That's probably why you got out of the situation. But loving yourself is part of the equation, but also letting go of the resentment. And you bring in like a higher vibrational frequency, and then so the next person that comes along is actually better suited for you. And this actually feels like a much better opportunity. I don't know if this is your forever person or not, but this one feels good. Let's just put it that. It feels really good. Really, really shiny, really warm. Really warm and fuzzy, you know what I mean? And we got the Magician. All you ever wanted, right? It's like if you can manifest what you wanted, make your own creation, there it is. Boom. Okay, so next card for our air signs. I feel like this card is saying just a continuation of this new opportunity coming in your life. This could be a person, this could be a new job. I don't know. Point it was to let it go. And the reason why you should let it go is with this, how this is working out. Like I said, you're going to bring in something so much better. It's going to be so good that you're going to be like, why was I mad again? Who was that? Like, it's going to get to that point. Is how this card feels. Yeah. Well, that Ace of Swords, it's like, there was a lot of destruction, there was a lot of calamity, but, like, your heart might have broken, but I don't know why I feel like saying this, because I feel like that's kind of weird, but there was a reason for it, and you're going to figure that out. If it made you stronger, or if it made you more communicative, I don't know, but there was a reason for it. More knowledgeable, see the red flags better, I don't know, but you're going to end up happier, and you're going to just see clearly. You're going to be able to see more clearly. You know what I mean? Okay. So thank you guys for watching. So next will be my fire signs. So let's move on to fire signs. Okay. Fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Hopefully y'all are doing good. So I forgot to say this in the beginning of the video, but if this doesn't resonate, maybe check your natal chart. If you have a different element in your moon, rising, Venus, or Mars, then go ahead and check that out. Maybe that'll resonate better. Because I am doing, on top of general, I'm grouping them. So, you know, maybe something else will work out better. But anyway, let's get to it. Your main message already popped up. I don't know what this is, but excitement, that's what that is. Just feeling it, like I just felt my body go, like a new adventure. Well, my fingers just started doing this, so I'm like, money? Like new job? A new job you're excited about, promotion, lots of more money. I don't usually like to call that out, but I'm like, why is my finger doing this? Could be that, but it could also be a promotion. If it's a relationship, it's a promotion of a relationship, okay? Like something you're actually excited to be in. And we got the Two of Cups. An emotional investment. So something you actually, if this is a career, it's something you actually care to do. It's not just a waste of time, you know? It's not just something that puts food on the table, you know what I mean? This is something you actually care about, you can get behind, that you're passionate about. If it's a person, then this is someone that that you'd be a ride or die for, is what popped in my head. I'm like, do I want to say that? It's like, this is someone that you would actually be a ride or die for. I think fire signs are ride or dies. I don't know, maybe I'm too biased because I am one. But the thing with fire sign ride or dies is they have to want to be the ride or die for you. Like, if you're not on their level, they're just like, who do you think I am? Like, no. Like, no, not for you. No, not for you. You know what I mean? So I felt like that was rambling for a second, but now I'm like, okay, maybe it did mean something because this card is just like, but for them, yes. So we got the Justice. I'm a little stuck on it. Let's go on to the next card. You could be dealing with a Libra because that is the thing. I don't know. it kind of just feels like it's being like all that strong emotion that you've never felt before. It's reciprocated. It's basically what I was feeling, but I was like, is there anything else? And I don't know why I was holding that back. Like, that's a good thing to say, right? But because it's very exciting to actually feel that way. Because everyone else has been like, well, this is fun for now. Like, this will do. Or, that sounds a little harsh, but it's kind of like maybe you've been happy, you've liked a person, but you've never been like ridiculously into a person before this person. How, if that makes sense? And maybe you thought you were before, but then this person just really lights your fire, for lack of better phrasing. Okay, so and now I got the Tower, so it's like it was reversed, so I'm kind of thinking maybe do the reverse. With that, I think the person you're dealing with is still healing. It doesn't feel like it's between you guys. It feels like maybe you caught someone who's still dealing with emotional damage that the previous person did. So maybe they take it out on you, but you're being very patient. You're like, okay, I know that's not you. That's not me. That's the damage. But feels like I'm a little distracted. Let me pause for a second. Sorry about that. So basically, still emotional damage deal. I don't remember what I was saying before I paused, but let's see. I was thinking that I'd draw a card for advice, but basically just take your time. What I'm feeling. What's this card? This is a slow build. That's what this is. It's there. If you're wondering if it's there, if it's reciprocated, it is. It's been a slow build because of this. Yeah. With that Six of Cups, it's there. It's just been a slow build. That's all. They needed to take their time to get to the other side. You know what I mean? So that's cute. All right. Let's see. Anything else? I feel like this is still you questioning how they feel, and this is on their side. They want this. They want to create with you. They see you as this This could be either way. Maybe it's both. But they want to create, you want to create. They see you as this beautiful being that can get anything, anyone you want, basically. Like perfection, basically. In their eyes, at least. Like, nobody's perfect, but in their eyes, you are. Or in your eyes, they are. And they're protecting that flame. So, yes, slow build. Lots of, they need to heal, they need to take their time. But, feels like there's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of love here. So if you can just have a little bit of patience, I know at least on that Aries side, you're going to hate that. But you can have a little bit of patience. It's going to work out. Okay. So we are going to move on to the water signs. Okay, thank you guys for being here. My water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I was like, what's the order? I've been trying to put them in order of cardinal, fixed, mutable, so I didn't want to say it wrong. Okay, so let's figure out what's going on with the water signs. Hopefully you guys are good. Thank you guys for watching. And if this doesn't work out, you can try looking into your moon rising or your Venus or Mars. Because probably more Venus, but the Mars works too, I believe. So, well, if I put that intention out there, whatever. So anyway, there was a card upside down. And whatever, I'm not playing poker. Okay, so what's going on with the water signs? There you go, that one. What's going on with the water signs? Insecurity, whatever it is, it's insecurity in whatever situation this is. Here, I'm feeling like, am I good enough for this situation? Am I good enough for this opportunity? Is this, why? You know what I mean? Like, why, though? Like, am I getting tricked? Like, it feels like you think it's a too good to be true situation, so you're wondering, where's the catch? And you got the King of Coins here. With the King of Coins, that's an honest card there. That is, you're wondering if it's too good to be true, if you're being fooled, and it's probably because you've been fooled and deceived in the past. But with this King of Coins, I feel like saying that's a sturdy foundation. That's honest. What you see is what you get with that, because coins are tangible. So there's something you can see. They're not your will. They're not your emotion. They're not, your imagination. They're not your words. They're not. No, coins are about the tangible. So what you see is what you get with the King of Coins. So if you're wondering if you're being deceived, you're not. Well, hopefully not. But hopefully this applies to everyone wondering who's watching this. But let's get more cards. That way you can see if this applies to your situation. Why am I making this like sweeping motion? I don't know. Maybe someone's a maid, or maybe you're being swept off your feet. But normally I like to say this is a card where it's you have too many things going on, but you know what you want to do, or you have a lot of options, but you know who you really want. But I feel like this is reversed. You're wondering why they're choosing you when they have so many options, but the truth is they are choosing you. Why? Don't let your insecurities ruin this, Like I said, what you see is what you get with this person. So if they choose you, they choose you. next card. I'm getting a little, I don't know what you do. I don't know what, I don't know. That sounds weird. But I'm hearing they like your sense of humor, they like your sense of style, and they like your originality. You feel very unique to them, so they are like they're smitten with you. So even though, and maybe if you've heard that, that's how you can apply it if you know for sure this is the King of Coins. Because I'm sure you guys could be in a situation where you're wondering this, and maybe you are being deceived because people suck. Like, let's just be honest. So I'm trying to get cards where it's like, how can we prove that this is the situation here? That way you're not just like, he said, you know what I mean? But, so maybe if you just heard they like your sense of style, they like your originality, your uniqueness, something along those lines, they actually mean it. With the Three of Swords, I'm kind of feeling like, yeah, I've heard all that before. Yet it still makes you happy to hear that. But it makes you sad at the same time because you've heard that before, right? Like, you thought that's what made you stand out, that's what, but maybe it's a strength and a weakness. I don't know why I'm feeling that, but your originality, your uniqueness. Maybe you feel like it's a weakness because after a while people can't deal with it anymore. Okay, so I put it back because I like to hold the card before I see it, but the sun did pop out. So if you're questioning if they're happy, they are, or if it's balanced. But I'm also like, you could be dealing with a Leo. This card feels nervous. Why are you nervous? Temperance. Maybe they're fresh out of a relationship, so they're not completely ready to just feel the way they do. But maybe they were thinking, hey, I'm gonna go have fun for a little bit, be independent, just do my thing, and then you came along and they were like, all right. You could also be dealing with a Sagittarius with that, but I'm gonna dive into that a little deeper. Queen of Coins. I just hear that egg is still, it's not even hatching yet. They're not ready to come out. They weren't ready to come out. So they're not ready to come out, but they don't want to lose you. Basically, is how that's feeling. They still have their issues. They still have what they need to heal. So let them take their pace at this. Let them believe what they say, because this is honest. Believe what they say. Because they're being portrayed as the King of Coins here. Like, you wonder if you're being deceived on all, probably because of these reasons over here that I've stated. Like, they weren't ready to come. They might have even told you about this. But what they say, they mean. They're being honest with you because they don't want you to get it twisted. There's a lot of care and love on here, but they need to take their time. And it makes you wonder if you should stay or go. it makes you wonder if you should stay or go. Ultimately, that's up to you. But I feel like there's a lot of potential on here. They just need time. If you're willing to give them the time to heal and grow. You're willing to give them the time to heal and grow. If you're willing to be patient, the Wheel of Fortune's in your favor. This could be the honest relationship you've been looking for. Because you're worried because of this, that this isn't how they actually feel. But they're saying how they feel. They just need time. 7 of Wands. So with that, let's be honest, you're not going anywhere. You're just too anxious, you're nervous, you're watching their moves, you're wondering if they mean what they mean, you're watching them, seeing if they're going out on other dates, seeing other people, but they're not. Something about this got you need to work on your trust issues. But it feels like you've been deceived a lot before as well. So I can't necessarily blame you, but at the same time, you can't blame someone new for someone old. You know what I mean? It's like blaming, I don't know. Would you blame a rock for something the water did? Can a rock even do something that water can do? You know what I mean? And we got the Lovers. So I feel like this is saying, if you want to be balanced in this, the approach is to nurture, to understand, to communicate. Because the Lovers is Gemini, the communication one. A lot of honest communication, which this person is trying to do. They are trying to communicate honestly, so you need to communicate honestly as well. If you're keeping any secrets, if you're holding back, just lay it on the table. Be honest, and how the cards will fall is how the cards will fall. For some of you, I don't feel like I can make a prediction for that, because I feel like, honestly, I feel like some is going to go one way, some's going to go another way. It just depends on the situation. Some people, I don't know, too many people. But I do know, to get past this, the uneasiness, you need to honestly communicate. This person's already honestly communicating. You just don't believe them when they say they are. And you need to get past that, basically. And also have patience and let them heal, because they weren't planning on getting serious. So they don't want to overcommit, but they are committed. You know what I mean? Okay. They're interested. They want you, but they don't want to do too much, basically, because they know they need to heal. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys for any likes, comments, subscribes, and have a good day.